A very good morning and welcome to our daily devotion. Today we'll be looking at Psalms chapter 131. First, we'll have a brief overview of the psalm before we delve into a small point of reflection. So, turn to your Bibles, either physical or digital, whichever to your comfort, and let's get into it. So, first, looking at the psalm, this psalm is attributed to King David, and this psalm, similar to the last one, could most probably be sung by King David when he was uh, under persecution or when he was uh, under exile. So, and then, yeah, looking at the psalm, this psalm is just three verses. So, from verses 1 to 2, he says how his he is placing his trust in the Lord and how his heart is free of worry. And he uses the figure of speech, which is a key verse. So, we'll look at that later. And then finally, from verse 3, he says, again, a call to his nation, O Israel, hope in the Lord for this time forth and forever. So, Israel, put your trust in God, not just now, but forever. So, the key verse from this psalm that we are going to look on is verse 2, which is, surely I have calmed and quieted my soul like a weaned child with his mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. So, he uses the analogy of a child and a mother. How a child trusts a mother and how he is trusting the Lord like that. So that is what I want us to take away from this psalm. This is a very simple thing, but it is practically something that is very difficult for us, and I do agree with that because in our lives, especially practically, trust is something that is easier said than done. Like when difficulties hit us face first, it's not easy. Like it's easy for us to say I trust the God in our comfort, when we are comfortable, when things go smoothly for us. But then when the going gets tough, when things get difficult for us, when it's not as smooth sailing as it was before, and at those moments it's very difficult for us to say I trust God the same way we trusted God when he kept us in comfort. Again, similar to the previous psalm, when those times of comfort, it's not through our own work, but it is God who kept us in comfort. So the same God who kept us in comfort, when he gives us a rough storm, it is difficult for us to say I trust in the God, I trust in God. And that is something that this psalm, King David is reminding us in this psalm, is that he has quieted and calmed his soul just like how a weaned child has calmed to a mother. So, yeah. So that's the main takeaway, is that this should be a reminder for us, and this should be a psalm where that even in doubt, like we will have doubts in our mind regarding a particular situation, and even in those times, be in a prayerful state and then put your trust in God that in His time, and yeah, secondly, trust in His timing. After you are in a prayerful state, and after your prayerful state, secondly, put your trust in His timing as well. That trust that the God who kept you in comfort, who has brought you in these difficult times, there is a purpose for this. And let us ask God not to take away from this difficulty, but let us ask, let us be uh, willing enough to ask God, God, through this situation, what give me the wisdom to know what I am to gain, like what I have to change, what I have to improve upon. Let us ask God for that secondly. And finally, this is something that is again the difficult one, is that in times like these, when you see others go through, now you may be in comfort and you may see others going through difficult times. It is also, as a Christian, our job to encourage our fellow brothers and sisters to instill that same trust in them. Like we also, when we are in comfort or not, it is our job also to encourage our fellow brothers and sisters to put our trust in the God. So this is a very nice saying that I like, where it says, a philosopher says that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. And that is very true in a lot of people. Like where we overthink, like what if this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, this happens. Oh no, this is not going as I thought. All the it's our nature to think all the bad things to happen before the good things. So This psalm is a very good reminder for us to that. It's simple. Even in my Bible, in the beginning, it says simple trust in the Lord. So it's very simple. Put our trust in the Lord, just as how David says, and then trust in His timings. Ask God be in a prayerful state in times of difficulties, and ask God, Lord, through this, what I am to learn, what I am to gain. Give me the wisdom to improve, and then finally, when others are going through such difficulties, use this as the psalm is saying. Encourage others also to put their trust in God. Thank you.